What's up, everybody? The Recovery, Jeff here with my dude Zack. We're gonna start off. He's gonna share a little bit of what it took for him to get to recovery. He's got 6 months clean. So, you know, you told me you've been through a lot, bro, since I've seen you. What's up? I mean, where would you say it really started?
For me, like, you know, I had known at an early age that I was going to be an addict. My dad was an addict. For me, it was all about escaping my reality. I'll go into that another time. But the second time I tried doing dope, one of my best friends died right next to me, and that should have opened my eyes to really what was going to be my future as far as like having anything to do with drugs and alcohol. And it didn't. Like, my whole road with drugs has been really rocky. I've lost a lot of people throughout the whole thing. Lost my girlfriend, and you know, it's been very traumatic for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure, like with you losing your girlfriend, I mean, you wanted to get clean, I'm sure, after seeing her pass, but at the same time, it probably kicked off you wanting to numb it, and actually probably sparked a little bit of the addiction, or...
Right. For me, like, I wanted to get clean because I saw just how bad her family took it. And, you know, it devastated me. It devastated her whole family. It devastated all her friends, of course. And I wanted to get clean for my family, but really didn't care to do it for myself. I just didn't want to put my family or my friends through any of that pain. I mean, I tried to get clean. I was in 3 different faith-based programs for a total of 9 months.
It's funny you say that about you wanted to get clean for your friends and family because you didn't want them to go through it, because a lot of people I've interviewed have said this, like, kind of, you know, they wanted to get clean for a long time before they did, but it was for someone else, you know, until they started caring about themselves. They never got clean. But so you've been through quite a few rehabs. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I've been through... that was probably in my total lifetime. That year would be my 3rd, 4th, and 5th time. And, you know, I wasn't prepared at all. I didn't care about anything that had happened to me or anything that was going to happen to me. But I just knew that I was tired of hurting my family, and I was tired of hurting my friends. And that, you know, started getting the ball rolling towards me wanting to have a clean and sober life.
See, that's one thing I try to tell people too, is like, normally it's a series of events or something that leads someone to get clean, you know. Normally we want it for a while, but I don't know if it's we don't love ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, or we don't give a shit about ourselves enough to actually do it. So like, go through the events like leading up to like get after your girlfriend's loss, up to getting into recovery to where you know, kind of some of them events.
So, after I lost my girl, I went into treatment. After I'd gotten out of jail, I'd walked to a place that I thought would be a safe haven for me. And they told me that they would help me find a relationship through Christ and help me get on my feet. And I was like, cool, this sounds great. And that wasn't really what I thought it would turn out to be.
Yeah.
And I ended up going to Teen Challenge from there. But I still just wasn't, you know, I wasn't ready to submit yet. There was too much fight left in me, so I kept going from one place to another. And I finally got out and went to a sober living in Clifton. And, you know, very shortly after I got there, I relapsed. And, you know, I moved in with my mom for about 8-9 months. I was doing really good. And then came the holidays, and I relapsed again. I just started a really good job too. Almost every time that I've relapsed, an addict like me, I always go back to jail. There is no, like...
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of good that comes out of it. Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you know, I get to have a little bit of fun and do this. It's just, I use and I go to jail. Like, there is no middle ground. Like, I'm very lucky that I'm out.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I don't mean to cut you off, but do you believe, like, you feel more comfortable with, like, having support right now like that you never had, or do you think that's helping you, like being plugged into meetings and things like that?
I've always had that support, and the people that are in my life right now are the same people that have been there my entire life, and I having those people in my life has been the biggest blessing. My best friend's been my best friend for minimum 20 years. A lot of my friends have been my friends for minimum 20 years. My mom is very proactive in the program and does Narnon and all that. But the thing that had changed this time is, like, I started loving myself and caring about myself and, like, wanting something better for myself, and I was tired. I was worn down. Like, I didn't want this life anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted something different. I didn't know what it really looked like, but I just knew I wanted some change.
Yeah. Now, you were talking a minute ago, and you said, like, you think maybe you getting clean, like, I don't mean it in a bad way, but sometimes certain people in our life, you know what I mean, we don't know how to handle a relationship in healthy ways. Now,
Right.
do you think, like, that played a role in helping, like, to where you are today? I mean,
For sure. I mean, like, my dad being in my life, my dad was, I don't know if I talked about that, but my dad had also died shortly before my girlfriend had died. Like, it was March of 2017, my dad died. May of 2017, my girlfriend died.
man, yeah.
And both of those people, I loved my girlfriend to death. I would have easily died for her. But me and her together were like fire and gasoline. Like, it was very toxic. It was a very enabling relationship. And, you know, everybody had said one of us were going to go. And, you know, that just happened to be her. My dad was very, like,
You say your family knew it was going to be one of you two.
Right.
We'll kind of kick off from there. So, how did everything go after the loss of her and your dad? Like, I mean, I'm sure you probably medicate. You know, you probably tried to numb yourself for a while. So, you know,
really, I mean, when my girl died, like, I remember to this day the phone call I got. I was at work, actually. I was doing some landscaping at the time, and I got the call and thought her grandma was joking with me. I was like, "You're right, you know, I'll see her tonight when I get home." And she was like, "No, she's not coming home, Zach. Like, you don't seem to understand." And,
so you weren't there either when it.
No,
Yeah.
she actually, what had happened is, because it's conflicting stories that she was murdered or she had an overdose. Either which way, it comes out that she overdosed.
Yeah.
But they don't know if somebody gave her a hot shot or what. But she had a bunch of stuff on her, and they found her purse outside on a kitchen table. And anybody that knows a woman, they carry their purse with them everywhere they go.
Yeah.
And so she didn't come home the night before I got the phone call, which wasn't, you know.
It happens in
Yeah.
life. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
know how it is. Trust me,
And
yeah.
we were on really rocky terms at that point anyways. Both of us, I think, kind of knew, like, it was a dead-end relationship. Like, we were not going to get clean, you know, not going to go anywhere. So, you know, I wasn't, like, surprised that she didn't come home. But,
Yeah.
you know, I started to worry. But when I got the call that she had passed, I dropped the phone and started bawling. Like,
I couldn't imagine, man.
I couldn't even finish the job that I was on. They told me to go on and hop up in the truck and just, you know, they'd get me back to my house or my apartment. And I got there, and I think I remember maybe the first 30 minutes of being at my house, and then 6 months is pretty much just gone. That I really can't account for or anything, because
You just hit it hard.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's one thing. Like, there was big gaps of times in my use when I was really on the streets for a couple of years that I don't, you know, there's months I don't think I remember. You know,
Right.
it's crazy. So what, like, I guess, did you go to a detox before you got where you are now? Because so everyone knows you got 6 months sober, which congratulations, bro. That's awesome. So before you got where you are right now, like, did you detox before you got into sober living and stuff? What led up to that?
This time, it was around January through February of this year. I, you know, just was unhappy again. Like, I still was not really over losing my dad and my girlfriend. Like, I thought about my girlfriend every day, like, and it ate away at me all the time. Like, but I wasn't crying or, like, you know, really, you know, like, I could at least go to work and manage certain things.
You can live. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, around the holidays and stuff, I lost it, you know. So, you know, I went on a bender for, like, a good solid month, and a bunch of bad things that happened. And, you know, I ended up telling my boss at work, like, look, I got to go away for a while. I need to, like, fix myself so I can be a better worker, a better employee, and just all around a better person. Like, I'm not happy with the person that I am today, and I need to go fix this because it's an issue. So,
so is that the boss you still have?
No, I actually left that. I stayed with that company and left it about, been at my job now for about 2 months, so about the beginning of August, mid-August. So, I've got a great job now. I love people I work with. It's really a huge blessing to be there for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's panned out big time.
Now, the house, that's one thing I want to touch on, because we're going to have you back for at least 2 more parts of this. You said you're one of two houses in Cincinnati that allows maintenance.
Right.
Which I think is terrific, because I think it's a terrific tool.
Right.
So, how long have you been there?
I've been at the house that I'm at right now since July 5th. I actually flew back from Florida, where I was doing treatment and where I was in a sober living at down there, to come to the house that I'm at now.
Okay.
And I was at a maintenance house down in Florida, and I was also an assistant manager down there too. And
now, do you help out at the house you're at now?
Yeah, I'm assistant manager at the house that I'm at now.
Awesome, bro.
And
awesome.
That's been a huge blessing. I mean, it, you know, like anything else, there's days where it's like, oh man, this shit sucks. Like, people are getting on my nerves, but it's like anything else, man. Like, that house and the people in it are a huge part of my recovery.
Yeah.
And
well, sharing your story and paying it forward, bro, I think, you know, we got to freely give what we, you know what I mean, give it back. And I think that keeps us busy, because I know I'm my own worst enemy. If I'm quiet by myself and I'm in my head, it gets bad quick. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, but I want to have you back. We're gonna do a 1 and 2, and I'm gonna let you just go through your whole life, because me and you chopped it up a lot, and I really want you to be able to share everything you've been through, and I think it'll benefit everybody, because, man, you know how it is. Me and you know a lot of the same people. We grew up in the same area. Shout out Loveland Park.
Right.
Got to shout out the LP. But you know, it's sad. Like we were talking. I mean, I know like 30 people from Loveland and Loveland and that area we grew up in. It's dead and gone. Like one of my buddies, his dad was a Loveland cop.
Right.
You know, and you know, like Miami. You know, like Little Miami, where your girlfriend was from. I mean, it's pretty good. You know, average middle class America, and this epidemic, it don't matter, you know, where you're at. I mean, you know, as far as economically, I'm sure you've seen that. You said you lived in Norwood to Loveland Park and Landon. I mean, and that's pretty good economically. But so everybody stay up, stay sober, and my dude Zack here, he's going to be having a YouTube channel coming up. We're going to put a link to that in the next video, guys. Stay tuned for the. If you enjoyed the interview with Zack, as always, hit the subscribe button, become part of the recovery family, hit the notification bell, and guys, just stay up.